Hi everyone, my name's Jamie and this is my recovery story. Um, Firstly, I'd like to say I was in two minds about whether to do this, given the shame that I still feel for, you uh, the life I've lived, um, and because of the stigma that's attached to, addiction. It's still people looked down upon. Uh, and people don't realise that nobody sets out to become an addict of any kind, um, and there's still people I know that don't know that I've struggled with addiction. So my daughter said to me, if I can reach out to one person, it'll be worth it. So this is my story. From the beginning, I think I was about 13, and I started doing LSD, um, and it, 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 when I first did it was like a revelation. I thought I'd found the secret to life, and so I wanted to do it more and more and more. Uh, can't remember what was next, but I smoked cigarettes. Excuse me. Um, I drank, and when I drank, I drank to excess, but I didn't do it on a daily occurrence. Whereas drugs, yeah, yeah, I started smoking cannabis, doing speed, speed capsules, and then ecstasy. And everything I did, I sort of had to, I just did and did and did and did. I couldn't say no, I wanted more and more and more. And, eventually this was problematic in my life. I messed up my education. I thought I knew best. The people around me that wanted me to stop, I was just like, well, "What are you talking about? This, I'm okay." Um, then, unfortunately, I was introduced to uh, heroin, um, and I think I was addicted to that for 6 years in total. Um, I was quite a functioning, high, you know, functioning heroin addict in the sense that I could still do my apprenticeship and work. Uh, did a lot of agency work to fund my habit, but I did borrow a lot of money from people, um, which you know I wish I hadn't done. And also got involved in crack, uh, cocaine, everything really. And the strange part is that it, towards the end of everything, that when I was doing it, I wasn't getting anything enjoyable from it. I was just there was nothing left in me. There was no good feeling from any of it, and I guess that's where the insane part was, that I kept on doing it over and over again, expecting different results, thinking, "Oh, this next hit will be better than the last. Do you know what I mean? I'll feel great with this one." And I didn't realise. I mean, I'd struggled with mental health problems since I was about 15. I didn't realise that actually the problem was my mental health. Um, but these are all revelations that have come to me in recent times whilst in recovery. Um, yeah. So I managed to give it up, um, but I'm substituting one addiction for another, uh, and eventually I met my wife now, who we're you know she her between her and the kids, they've all gave me something, and helped me grow as a person and stop the habits that I was doing. Um, I weaned myself off heroin with the help of my then girlfriend, um, through methadone. I didn't want to, stay on methadone, so we had a plan where it was slowly reduced because she was a nurse at the time. So I got off that. Then uh, I met my wife, and stopped smoking. Smoking was a big one. That was a big one to stop. Um, and then drinking was the final one. I didn't realise I had a drink problem because I didn't see it as problematic, because I wouldn't drink in the day as such. I would, when the kids had gone to bed, I would drink in the evening, but I'd drink to the point of blacking out most nights. And then I managed to reduce that down to just, I don't know, 4 or 5 cans a night. Um, and then in the end, shame got me. Do you know, I was ashamed of myself. And I remember having a drink, and it was about, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'd got all these empty cans, and I went out to the recycling, chucked them in the recycling. And my wife was like, "What are you doing? It's the middle of the night." And then I burst out crying and said, "I don't want this life anymore." That was 3 years ago, and I never, so far, I haven't touched a drink since. And my mindset has improved. Um, I didn't want. I wanted to be. I think the driving force behind it was that I wanted to be a better dad. Um, I didn't want my son to, follow my habits. So I thought, that was, I wanted to lead by example, if you like. And there was a kids song that I used to play for my kids, and it was called 1,000 Steps Starts with One. And um, in the days after stopping drinking, I started going out for a little walk, and I'd, my phone would keep track of my steps, and I'd do just a couple of hundred the first few days, and I thought, you know, I can do a few more. Let's see if I can beat that. And that's what I did. Just, kept on adding, um, walking a bit further each day with the kids, become a bit active, and that certainly helped. It helped a lot. Um, and the song always stuck with me. It was like a driving force. It was like 1,000 steps starts with one, and I'd already made the first step by not having a drink. And I thought, I've gone X amount of days. Let's see if I can go another day. And that really helps, taking it one day at a time. And having the song over. I used to sing the chorus to myself, all the time. Uh, when I was doing little things like washing up, I'd be singing. It just sort of, it helped. It helped a lot. And I'll share the video at the end of this, the link to the video anyway. And it's certainly, it's friendly, it's catchy, it sticks in your head, uh, and that's one of the reasons I liked it. So, yeah, you know, I've now not had a drink for 3 years, and life is getting better, slowly but surely. Um, I feel like I'm in a much better place than I was. Mentally, I'm improving. My mental health's improving. I've got a great team behind me where I live, which is good. Um, my family are also my team, and I know they've got my back. And one of the things that I realised, very quickly was that actually all them people that were around me, that they just wanted the best for me. They was, it was about love, and they actually, loved me. And the world isn't such a horrible place. Uh, yes, horrible things happen, but people do, you know, want people to succeed, the people in your corner. Um, and I felt that was very important. I also started looking at positive quotes uh, to try and, keep me motivated, keep me focused. Uh, and yeah, here I am now, working in my, with EDP and Reach. And funny enough, it was whilst I was in um, a doctor's waiting room that I saw a poster for Reach, and it said, do you have a problem with drink or drugs? Do you feel that your habits getting out of hand? And it was that started the ball rolling, which then led to said night where I stopped. Um, but yeah, it can be done, and you know I'm proof of that. I'm doing well, hoping to gain full time employment with EDP Reach, and give something back uh, to the community that I hid away from. Really, I'd like to get rid of the stigma and get people to not hide and to reach out for help when they need it. And I'd like that help to be there. Uh, and I think EDP Reach are one of the key factors in that. So anyway, I've babbled on for quite quite a bit by the looks of it. Yeah, it can be done, and keep at it. Don't quitting, because one day you'll get it. All the best. Speak to you soon.